Aliens destroyed China. Now what? The ripple effects would be catastrophic, reshaping every corner of our world. From the global economy to geopolitics, technology, culture, and even climate, let's explore how the sudden disappearance of the world's most populous nation would change everything we know. Without China, the geopolitical balance collapses. The United States no longer has its greatest rival, but that's not necessarily a good thing. The absence of China's counterweight emboldens Russia, which quickly expands its influence across Asia. Taiwan? Breathing easy now, but also isolated as the delicate balancing act in the region disintegrates. Southeast Asia, once caught in China's shadow, becomes a battleground for dominance. Nations like Japan, India, and South Korea step up, but territorial disputes and historical tensions complicate alliances. Meanwhile, Europe faces a hard realization. Its economic ties to China are severed, and the EU is forced to rethink its dependence on authoritarian regimes. And what about Africa? The Belt and Road Initiative, China's grand project to connect the world, collapses. African nations that relied on Chinese investments to build infrastructure are left stranded. Some turn to the US, others to Russia or the EU, creating a fractured landscape. But the most immediate concern? China's nuclear arsenal. With no government to control it, these weapons become a terrifying wildcard. The world's security is suddenly hanging by a thread. China is gone, and with it, the engine of the global economy grinds to a halt. Known as the world's factory, China produces over 28% of the world's goods. Electronics, clothes, furniture gone. Imagine walking into a store only to find empty shelves. Major brands like Apple, Samsung, and even automakers like Tesla would struggle to source materials and components. Prices would skyrocket as manufacturers look to countries like India, Vietnam, or Mexico to replace China. But these nations lack the infrastructure and scale to meet global demand overnight. The yuan, which was on track to become a dominant reserve currency, disappears, forcing nations to fall back on the US dollar, euro, or even experiment with decentralized cryptocurrencies. For commodity exporting countries like Australia and Brazil, their primary customer vanishes. Meanwhile, global stock markets nosedive, triggering a financial crisis rivaling the Great Depression. And let's not forget debt. China is the world's largest creditor, lending trillions to developing countries. With their lender gone, projects funded under the Belt and Road Initiative are abandoned, leaving roads, railways, and ports unfinished. As a leader in artificial intelligence, 5G, and renewable energy, China was shaping the future. Without it, innovation slows dramatically. No more Huawei, no BYD electric cars, and no TikTok. For some, that's a win. But seriously, the loss of China's manufacturing power also means delays in the rollout of crucial technologies, from AI advancements to quantum computing. Meanwhile, countries like the US, India, and South Korea scramble to take the lead in technology. Taiwan, home to the world's most advanced semiconductor manufacturing, becomes more vital than ever. Protecting Taiwan's tech industry suddenly becomes the top priority for global powers. The loss of China isn't just economic or political, it's cultural. With over 5,000 years of history, China has influenced every corner of the globe. The Great Wall, the Forbidden City, Kung Fu, gone. The cultural loss is irreplaceable. Chinese diaspora communities worldwide become the sole preservers of this rich heritage. Lunar New Year celebrations feel hollow without the source of their traditions. And entertainment? Forget epic Chinese dramas or martial arts films. Hollywood gains an even larger monopoly on storytelling, but it comes at the cost of cultural diversity. But here's a surprising twist. China's absence has both positive and negative impacts on the environment. As the largest carbon emitter, its disappearance leads to an immediate drop in global CO2 levels. The skies clear and air quality improves worldwide. But there's a catch. China is also the largest producer of solar panels, wind turbines, and electric vehicles. Without its renewable energy leadership, the global fight against climate change stalls. And the loss of China reshapes the world in ways we can't fully predict. Economies crash, alliances shift, and cultures mourn. But humanity has a way of adapting, rebuilding, and moving forward. The question is, how would we navigate a world without one of its most influential nations?